Fellas, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Networking 101, how to find high ticket sales offers through networking. This is the meta. You do not find this in the marketing for this industry, but this right here, fuck, fuck, networking, we'll say it again, networking is how you find offers. You do not go into Facebook groups and comment interested under scammy job posts, and you certainly do not pay $10,000 to guaranteed placement. I'm all for paying for mentorship, changed my life, but I certainly will not pay someone to give me jobs and therefore make me reliant on them so they can keep selling me more shit. That is not what we're going to do. Instead, we're going to become self reliant and learn networking because this will change your life. This has a very true and cliche saying: your network is your net worth. If you're friends with a bunch of people who are working in remote sales making 10K a month, there's a good fucking chance you're going to be working in remote sales making 10K a month. So, I think I've sold you on the idea of networking. So, how do we do this? Well, first, I want to give a little context into how I kind of came into networking and what it's been able to do for me. And then I'll explain some actual strategies, and I'll even share a little resource for how to get the ball rolling with networking. So, first off, I've been in high ticket sales for about a year now. Okay. I've experienced the highs and lows of it. I've gotten a good grasp of what this industry is. I feel like I've navigated it pretty damn well due to this. Now, last summer, 2023, August ish, is when I actually kind of came into the high ticket space. I'd been doing sales before, never networked, like literally no networking, ability or skill or whatever. But then I got pretty lucky and stumbled into a community that was teaching this sort of shit and the benefits to how this helps you navigate the high ticket space. And I was like, what is this? And pretty shortly, one of the first people I ever ended up connecting with after learning some of these, tactics and skills and whatnot was one of Tony Robbins' top sales reps. Me and him hopped on a Zoom call for like 40 minutes, and he just gave me some advice on like how to actually navigate this space and things like that. And I remember being blown away after that call, being like, I just met with one of Tony Robbins' sales guys. Like, what the fuck, dude? Never in a billion years would I have imagined that, because Tony Robbins is a literal billionaire. So, pretty crazy. Anyways, um, basically, what networking has done, it's given me every opportunity I've found in remote sales. It has probably netted me like all the money I've made in the it has netted me all the money I've made in the industry, which is, I don't know. I actually don't know how much it is. It's definitely close to 70 to 100 grand, maybe. I don't know. Like maybe around there. I really don't know. I don't want to over. Don't quote me on that. I don't like. I genuinely don't know. I've made like 6 to 8K months. That's kind of been like my thing. 6 to 8K months. So keep that in mind. Um, I could do the math and figure that out. But anyways, besides the point. Networking. That's what we're talking about, not how much money I made. It has provided me every single opportunity, and now I have actually built a network that I would consider to be my friends more than anything else. And outside of just remote sales and stuff, we're working together, we're scheming on how to, start building businesses in the online space and just do some pretty dope shit. So overall, this shit has changed my life and is a skill that will bear fruit for the rest of my life. And I've actually taught some of the strategies that I've learned from my mentor and how to do this to some people outside of the sales industry in other avenues of making money online and content and all that stuff. And they've just been blown away, like blown away at some of the shit I've taught them. And yeah, okay, enough blue balling and edging you. Um, yeah, enough edge maxing. Let's get into the nitty gritty. How to actually network. So most networking for high ticket sales is going to take place on Facebook, a little bit of Twitter, a little bit of LinkedIn. Facebook's probably going to be the big one. What I've noticed amongst these platforms, LinkedIn's just a bunch of fucking nerds. They're super down to network, but it's so transactional. No desire to like be your friend and like get to know you. It's literally just like, do you have a job for me? No? Okay, fuck off. Twitter, kind of the exact opposite. Everyone has such an ego and thinks that they are hot shit because they made 10K a month one month, that they typically are not very open to like connecting and networking. You can really only network on Twitter if you've done something and publicized that you've done something, and you don't necessarily need proof because there's a lot of LARPing on there, but you need to at least look like you've done something. And then there's Facebook. It's a bit of both. Kind of some nerdy people on there, but also some cool motherfuckers, and a lot more open to the idea of networking. Just, I don't know why these platforms end up that way, but it just tends to be that way. Now, they're all good for certain things, but I would recommend you start on Facebook. And I know Facebook's a fucking dinosaur platform, but for some reason there's a huge online money presence, remote sales presence there. So get used to being on Facebook and using Facebook Messenger. 2 years ago, I never used Facebook. Now it's like low-key one of my more used fucking apps, as kind of cringe as that is to say, but is what it is. Okay, so now we've established the platform. You're going to use Facebook. Make sure your account on Facebook looks legitimate, not like a picture of a Lamborghini, like an actual picture of you as a person. You're not going to get led into private groups and things like that. No one's going to want to connect with you if you literally have a picture of a fucking Lamborghini as your profile picture. Now, what you're not going to do is go into groups and start cold DMing people saying, yo, you got a job? Yo, can I have a job? I worked in retail sales. I worked for fucking TELUS selling phone plans. Like, that's not going to fucking work. And for good reason. Would you respond to that? No, you wouldn't. So we're not going to start cold DMing people. We're also not going to go into Facebook job post groups. And when we see a job post, just start commenting, interested, DM'd you. Like, that's not networking. What we are going to do is we're going to go into certain groups. And I will share one of them with you at the end of the video. And you're going to make an introduction post. You're going to say something like, hey, I'm blah, 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 new to remote sales, super interested in this. Just share a little context behind who you are, why you're here, what you're looking for, what questions you have, things like this, right? All very important. Provide context for new people as to who you are, why you're there, and it just gets the ball rolling. Now, there's one other part to networking that is kind of its own thing, but it works synergistically. Sorry, hold on one second. And that is branding. You do want to develop a personal brand in the high ticket space. It's going to be a lot easier to find jobs, and this does take time. You can't grow a personal brand in your first week, so it's a snowball effect. And this comes through posting content. I know a lot of younger people think content is just like Instagram Reels and shit like that, but written post on Facebook, Twitter, it's still content. So you're gonna want to get used to actually posting in these groups and on your own Facebook wall to grow your brand in the high ticket space. But again, if we're just starting, we're doing that intro post. Hey, this is who I am. Yada yada yada. And now from here, you're gonna get people who are gonna comment on your post saying, "Oh, welcome, blah 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 blah." Again, we're not gonna DM them right away saying, "Yo, you got a job." You're gonna like their message. You're gonna respond saying, "Thank you." Excited to be here, something like that. Looking forward to connect, things like that. Now, what you're also going to do in these groups is you're going to scroll through these posts and you're going to start liking the posts and engaging with other people's posts. Okay, you're going to leave a thoughtful comment, not just a fire emoji, but start leaving your own thoughts in these people's comment section. Faster than you think, this will start leading to connections. I remember when I first joined the community that I'll share with you at the end of this video, I made an intro post, like I said, just randomly. I just thought this, someone in here might be able to help me. And within a day, I got some dude who reached out to me, and I think I've said his name in another video, but Arjun, my dog, I still remember him. He was the first person to ever reach out to me, and this dude fucking put me on game from day one on how to fucking, how to navigate the high ticket space. Now, funny enough, or not funny enough, the fuck, habit. I'll even throw this in there. If you, at the end of the video, the community that I'm going to tell you to join, I'm in that community. I'm fairly active in that community. Tag me. I'll respond. You can tag me in that fucking community and I will respond and I'll say, yo, what's up? And that might at least get the ball rolling for you. Now, aside from this, it's pretty straightforward. You're just going to start wanting to grow your brand in these communities and people will start reaching out to you. Now, what you are going to want to do, though, is when you go to reach out to someone, because now we started to grow our brand by this point, we're engaging with people in comment sections. This is kind of where you actually start taking it to the next level. You're going to want to reach out to people, but instead of just saying, yo, saw your post, can I have a job? You're going to want to remember this template of outreach. A personalized compliment, right? Something very specific to this person, so it doesn't sound like it's just some big blanket cold message you're sending to everyone, but a personalized message and my phone is getting blown up, and an irresistible question. Okay? We all love being complimented. So you're going to send someone a very personalized compliment to them and an irresistible question, something that they can't ignore. Okay? So just for sake of example, you see some dude who's posting, stuff about the high ticket space, maybe his experience on some offers, and then you click on his account and you find out he's from England. What you're going to want to do is, send him a message saying, hey, blah, 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 I saw you're from England. My fucking cousin lives in London. Sounds like a fucking beautiful place. I had a question for you based on that last post that I commented on. Looks like you're connected to offers in the e-com space. Curious, how your experience has been there. Something like that. This is a very vague explanation, but that's way different than just saying, yo, love your posts. Are you on an offer right now? Or are you connected to any offers? That's way different, and you're way more likely to get a response from that. And you know what? Just for say, I'm going to give you a template. I'll post in this description. I'll give you a template that you can start using. I'm kind of against templates, but just to get the ball rolling for outreach, I will literally give you a template in the description. So just check that. Now, this is what you're going to do from here. So now you've started this conversation. They've responded, yeah, fucking England sucks, but it's cool. And yeah, I do work, I've worked on a couple e-com offers, blah, 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 blah. You guys can go back and forth. Oh, sounds great. That's awesome. I'm actually kind of new to the space, but I tried to do drop shipping 2 years ago, so I know the ropes a little bit. That's why I'm looking at working in the e-commerce space. Something like that. Okay? Back and forth, back and forth. Then what you're going to do is ask if they have 20, 30 minutes to actually hop on a call, a networking call. I don't know why I'm doing it. It is a networking call. Most people, again, specifically on Facebook, are a lot more open to this idea. Twitter, not as much. LinkedIn, probably, but LinkedIn's kind of weird. And what you're going to do is you're going to hop on this call for 20, 30 minutes with this person. This is exactly what happened with me and the Tony Robbins sales guy. He actually offered me the call, which was crazy. But you're going to have a 20, 30-minute call with this guy, and you're not going to pitch him or ask him for anything. You're just going to talk to him and see how can you help him. How can you provide value to this person? Because if you provide value to that person, they are 10 times more likely to provide value to you. And if you're new, it's pretty evident that the value you need is a fucking offer. If they're connected to offers, they're way more likely to help you if you've already helped them. You scratch their back, they scratch theirs. That is essentially how this space works, and that's how you do this. Now, there are more nuances to this that we can get into tons of different strategies to go about it. You can get very creative with this shit, like using Instagram story close friends, AI, like some crazy shit that I've heard of. But what I've just shared with you is the fundamentals of how to do this to get high ticket sales offers. Okay. If you do want more nuance, I would say do what I've done first and then see how you can expand upon it. And through your networking efforts, you're probably going to learn better ways to network. Now, another caveat to this, what I've explained is how you network with sales reps specifically. But it isn't actually just sales reps specifically. You can use this to network with business owners, marketers, copywriters, media buyers, AI people, funnels, systems, lead generate, like anybody. Anybody. This is a fundamental principle of just networking. And when you are approaching networking in terms of getting roles in high ticket sales, don't just network with sales reps. Network with people who work on high ticket sales offers. So marketers, every high ticket sales offer is going to have a copywriter, a marketer, a media buyer, fucking a funnels guy, a lead gen. Like they network with those people because oftentimes a marketer is going to be working with 15 companies at the same time. So you make one connection to one guy who's connected to 15 different offers. It's crazy how quickly you can just build a pipeline of offers in the high ticket space. So this is something that is never taught in the marketing. They never tell you, oh yeah, networking is how you find your offers, but it truly is. And here's the other thing. A lot of people have this limiting belief that you need like 10 years of experience. You don't. And you'll find that very quickly. You really do not need any experience. Experience comes from actually being on these offers. A good offer will actually train you in sales. So you'll run into some people who are going to ask, what's your experience and stuff. You just be transparent. Be honest. I don't have that much experience, dude. This is new to me, but I'm willing to learn. I'm hungry. I'm trying to grow. I do have experience in e-commerce. I tried my own drop shipping store, things like that. I worked in bartending, so I'm very confident speaking to people. Like pull from other areas of your life that resonate with sales. Now, that's kind of the long and the short of it. What I will do, like I said, I'm going to leave a template in the description. I'm also going to link a document for you to check out because a lot of people might be on the fence who are watching this. I'm sure I'm not the first guy who's talked about high ticket sales that you're coming across, but I'm going to leave a pretty raw document that does go over the actual reality of high ticket sales because, like I said, the marketing is so fucking backwards for this industry. So check that out. It's completely for free. I'm just going to leave this document that goes over how the high ticket sales industry operates. And if you do like what you see, I also want to provide you the opportunity to apply to work with my mentor. I learned all of this from my mentor. This is not like some original thinking. Trust me, I'm too monkey brain for that. But this guy changed my life in a year. It's 5 o'clock on November. I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, I was finished work at 2 p.m. today. Had a big deal close. Went got a workout in. Like I might be moving to Mexico in a couple months just to go like do the whole digital nomad shit. And this is all in less than a year. Like your life can change in less than a year. This guy really moved the needle for me. I tried to do the high ticket stuff for 4 to 5 months before eventually like pulling the trigger to work with this guy. And within 3 weeks, I was on an offer after getting his mentorship. So because he taught me these strategies and a lot more nuanced stuff around networking. But this is the big thing, and even what I have just explained to you is really enough to get the ball rolling. So do what you can with this information, and like I said, in the description, I will post template, Google Doc to teach you a little bit more about the industry, and then the opportunity to actually get mentored and help by someone who has changed lives in this industry, as well as my Instagram or anything. If you want to DM me there, I'm probably going to respond there or Facebook, so you can get in contact with me in both those places. So with that being said, tell me I'm handsome. Hopefully you got some good advice out of how to do this shit, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers. Fuck, how do I turn this off?